send a very warm welcome to all of you, especially to our guests of honor. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Minister of Tourism, Arts, Culture, Youth and Sports. We would also like to welcome Livan Tajam, the Festival Director, Mr. Jeffrey Amin Osman, the Aiffa Executive Director, and Mr. Shahriman Siddiq, the Aiffa Executive Director as well. We'd also like to welcome the Chairman of FINAS, Dato' Hans Isaac, as well as Ahmad Ilham Azri, the CEO of FINAS. Welcome, guys. For those of you who have not experienced Kuching before, or Kuching Sarawak before, we would like to say thank you to all of you for being here today, and we would like to welcome all of you to the beautiful city of Kuching, City of Unity. Welcome to Sarawak, the land of the mountain. Welcome.
Thank you very much for coming here so early. Thank you. Very warm welcome, Yang Muhammad, Datuk Karim, Katin, Chairman of FINAS, Datuk Hans Isaac, the CEO, Datuk Mike, to all you delegates, to jury members. This is the 4th time, we do the ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards. And I think when we first started out, I have to say we had a very rough template. We knew that there were 3 things that we had to carry out at a festival of this nature. Number 1 is entertainment. Films is about entertainment. Number 2 is about education, because the young people of Sarawak must benefit from what we are doing. So if you see a lot of young people left and right attending, those are all university students. They are in the multimedia faculty, in UNIMAS, in UITM, in Lim Kok Wing, and I'm so thankful to them because every Aiffa they come out in full force. Thank you, students. And after they have graduated, they even come to present their short film. So I know that this is a big event for the students. Now the third part of Aiffa is enterprise, because films definitely is about entertainment, but it's also about business. You need money to do films. You need money to promote films. So those are the 3 things. They're actually 3 E's. The 3 E's is entertainment, education, and enterprise. This part is enterprise. This is what Aiffa Biz World is about. As I said earlier, in 2013, we had a very rough template. We knew that we should help the ASEAN filmmakers. We should focus on local filmmakers. I tell you, at that time, we had 30 speakers. That was like the biggest group of speakers, and we ran it for 3 days. And I think everybody was, don't know which one to go to. We had people from Hollywood, we had people from India, we had speakers from China, from Korea. With the 4th Aiffa, we are very focused. Today is the day for all of you filmmakers to, number 1, network. That's always important. Number 2, learn from our speakers. Not to say that you don't know, but we bring in people who are really relevant to ASEAN filmmakers. So we have people from Hollywood, yes. We have people from Singapore. As speakers, we have Dato' Idam from Astro. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sonia. Okay. Yes, but the point is this. This year we are focusing on digitization because we know that's the way to go. Cinemas are closing down. iFlix is very big. Many online, like Netflix and all. So we brought in speakers who we feel is relevant to us. How do you sell your films to Netflix? How do you do scripts for Net Geo? So we brought in people we feel our delegates, our ASEAN filmmakers can benefit from. Now that's today. So it's only one day. Please attend, please listen, because that's what we have done Aiffa Festival Day 1 for. Now the second part, as we said, it's about business. Tomorrow is about pitching. We started this in 2017. We had investors, film investors come from Hong Kong, from Singapore, and this is a very popular part of Aiffa Visual. We decided we should continue this. So tomorrow, the Southeast Asia Audio Visual Association will be here for those who have submitted their films. Finance is also involved, thank you, because you can also pitch for the Finance film grants. So you see, that's how we are trying to grow the filmmakers, and give people opportunity so they can film in, get money for their films, because it's about investing. And I think that Dato' Karim, our minister here, he knows the value and the films picking the right location. So he's also announced incentives for people who want to shoot films in Sarawak. So I think the details most likely would be more towards the ministry, but yes, that's how we're trying to also grow Sarawak as a film location. Yeah, and of course, Finas, I think that they have some good news, right, about some filmmakers, Sarawakian filmmakers. I think they are having some grants. Quite a big number, right? Yes. So 3 films will be shot in 3 million. Okay. All right. So you see, so thank you very much, Finas. Yeah. So those people who managed to be shortlisted for the pitching, congratulations, because we see that group is not really part of the delegates, so they pitch from around ASEAN and they fly on their own for that. That happens tomorrow. Thank you and good.
Distinguished guests, those that come from the other regions of Southeast Asia, as well as outside of Southeast Asia, ladies and gentlemen. Well, quoting this quote by Martin Luther King, I have a dream, I have that dream. Well, I would love to see Aiffa growing into a bigger film festival. It has to start somewhere. This is only its 4th edition, but it has created some kind of interest to those that are film producers, film directors in Southeast Asia, for you to be submitting your movies, your film to this Aiffa. That gives a lot of support to it, and it will be growing. It will be growing. We have another event in Sarawak, which is called the Rainforest World Music Festival. This is its 22nd year, and we still remember its first edition. In its first edition, there are only about 300. The crowd was only about 300 people, participants, coming over for the first Rainforest World Music Festival. 22 years down the road, it has created quite a name, not just within this region, but all around the world. And not less than 20,000 crowd will be coming every year. Year. So you can see, we need to build it up through the years. And likewise, I can say, Aiffa is only in its 4th edition. It has already created a little bit of an impact to those in the film industry, and hopefully we might not be able to reach that Cannes Film Festival, but we never know. One day Aiffa would be the king of Southeast Asia. And you can see also that with interest being put in by Alibaba film production. They're coming on board soon later, showing an interest in this. They will be having some kind of MOU with Aiffa. This film festival will definitely be growing, and it does need a lot of support from those in the film industry in this region. Well, again, now I have to go back to the text. Firstly, I would like to welcome all of you this morning. I'm delighted to be meeting all delegates and special guests of our 4th edition of ASEAN International Film Festival, or short Aiffa, that brings together filmmakers and business people from all spectrum of the exciting film industry. Well, showbiz is exactly that. There would be no show without business people. There would be no business without the shows that has made the film industry as one of the world's fastest growing industry. We know that today's audiences are not just found in the cinema hall. Not many go to the cinema hall. My family loves to go to cinema, but I wish I could. But then because of time constraint, it's always very difficult for this kind of thing when you are in politics to spend a little bit of time in the cinema. And I do get jealous when I see my wife bringing the children over weekends to the cinemas. For politician, weekends are always the time when we have to be in the constituency. That is the Malaysian kind of politics. Well, audiences are not just found in the cinema halls or at home in front of the TV. Today's audiences are constantly on the move. We can find them on the train, we can find them in the planes, we can find them in holiday resorts, coffee shops, and even restaurants with their eyes glued on their mobile electronic devices, and especially on smartphones. Technology has enabled us to watch videos and movies on the go, and it has the means to reach out to a larger audience than ever before, without any limitation in terms of locality or time zones. Well, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we are organizing today's Aiffa's Miss World to fulfill its role in ensuring that the best of ASEAN can continue to be produced and to cater the ever-growing demand among the discerning audiences that we have. Especially within ASEAN region, we have got a population of about 700 million, and technology is moving very fast. We can't really call any country within ASEAN to be a backward country. All the country, Indochina is growing very fast. Malaysia is growing fast. Singapore is so far away in terms of technology. Indonesia is also growing very fast. So you can see the population, the middle class are coming up. Traveling is very much easier now. Those days you don't see those in the lower rung middle class going for holidays. Now you see every year. That's why, since I'm also looking tourism, these are the kind of thing that we have to look into, connectivity. And I believe film industry, we need entertainment. So this is one area which is also developing very fast in this region. We are organizing today's Aiffa Business World to fulfill its role in ensuring that the best of ASEAN film can continue to be produced. It falls on you, those in the film industry, as filmmakers, as financiers, to unearth the best stories that we have in ASEAN and to give them the spotlight that they deserve. I believe there's so many that can be done. Each country within ASEAN, there's bound to be folktale, there's bound to be things of interest where those who are creative enough, innovative enough, can turn them into something that will blow up to be, what do you call it, to get to greater height in this industry. Among us here today are financiers, marketing people, film distributors, digital technology, tech wizards, and production experts. All of you are equally responsible for the films that will win the list of awards to be presented in Aiffa, and of course in future edition of Aiffa. Hence, I'll take this opportunity to thank the people at Aiffa for always prioritizing the staging of visual or business world gathering that can ensure the key events or the key concerns of the day are being addressed accordingly. Visual must always remain as an integral part of film festival. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is the second day of Aiffa. Today is the second day, isn't it? Today is the second day of visual, where the pitch session will get underway. It's today? Tomorrow. There must have been some, the writer must have got confused. I know it will be tough, yet exciting experience to pitching the ideas, but this is what the business is all about. The scrutiny on pitch and presentation is necessary because it will ensure. There are quite a number that has been submitting, also coming over to see me, and those in this industry. We will definitely be willing to hear what are the things that you have got to offer, and we will accommodate likewise. We will reciprocate likewise. Don't have to worry. Sarawak is a very big state. It's very, very rich in resources. In Malaysia, I think in terms of resources, we have got the most, we keep Malaysia surviving also. Probably almost half of Malaysian economy comes from the Sarawak. We've got lots of oil and gas. Our reserve is huge. I can say our reserve is huge. You can total up all the other states in Malaysia, they don't even come to half of the reserve that we have got. So that's why I'm not saying they will be giving everything for free, but then there must be a win-win situation. You come over, do your filming down here, there's so much to offer. Our rich environment, if the movie would love to see a lot of green, which is the norm of the day now. A lot of green, a lot of good rivers, the cave, the waterfalls, the nature, a lot of just like Avatar. We've got a lot to offer down here. The state government is willing to listen and come up with our own kind of incentive to make it happen. Because when the film is being produced, it is shown, people will be seeing. That's part of tourism to us. That's part of showing. At least I don't have to spend too much money going to all this ITV and all that. Through the movies that you all are making through Sarawak, that is would be selling Sarawak. That's how we are going to look at all this. Well, I'd like to end by extending my best wishes to everyone who are attending this year's Aiffa. To those who's pitching the ideas, all the best. And to all the talents who will shine on the gala night, we congratulate you. Thank you.
Thank you. We are going to proceed on the stage as we are going to proceed with the...
Challenges and opportunities for the film sector amidst new digital technologies. Now, digital technologies have more or less taken over everything, and with the advent of Netflixes, people are still going to the cinemas, but not in drones. So we will be talking about, or rather the panelists will be talking about the opportunities and the challenges faced by the film sector. And for that, each speaker will be speaking for 10 to 15 minutes. And first, we'll have Dato' Ilham Omar.
Hello. Hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys? Do we have to keep the volume low also? Should we keep it low? Do we whisper? I don't know the protocol here. You'll arrange that? Okay, in the end, whatever it is, we end up in prison, right? So, actually, I'd like to start by conflicting what you said. Because people do go to the cinema still in droves. Because when the Endgame launched, cinemas in Malaysia opened at 7:30 a.m. and it was full. So it's crazy. Yeah, so titles would work out. I've got 10 minutes. So I have 15, now I've got 10 minutes. I don't have 15 minutes after that. Okay, anyway, we are up here because I'm happy to say that, okay, I'm from Frankfurt Studios. If you guys might know, Frankfurt Studios is the content production arm of Media Prima Berhad. And so what Frankfurt Studios do is we do about roughly 3,000 to 4,000 hours of content a year. Mostly TV. We do films, we do documentaries, we do sports, we do lifestyle, we do animation. We also do some films, probably about 3 to 4 films a year. So it's a lot of things that we do. And actually we're very happy and most of you know, we're very happy to announce that we're now a bona fide Netflix film original producer. So yay! It's the only thing when I put my card now, I'm bona fide Netflix original producer. But I can tell you it's been a challenge. Like our honorable MC said, the landscape is changing, guys. With our background, it's 3,000 to 4,000 hours that we do every year. It's always been for a traditional point of view. It's for linear channels of local broadcasts. So it requires a different mindset. But when it comes to the Netflixes, iFlixes, and on all these new OTT and streaming platforms, they require a different kind of mindset because the audiences are not what you call general audience. They're not niche, but they are tribes of niches, meaning that you got to get a certain quality, style, a different sort of a budget that you work with, and all that thing. So if you're a producer, suddenly your revenue sources are different. It's no longer just producing for TV and film, and then there's a DVD. Nobody has DVDs anymore. What is DVD? So basically now you have to figure out, I have to produce for many, or I have different clients that we can produce for. But which comes different expectations, different styles, and different budgets. Now, most of us think that, okay, well, there's Netflix, so why do we all just produce for Netflix? Everybody in the world is trying to produce for Netflix. So you are in competition with the premier production companies. So how do you hire? How do you get up there, right? So we are lucky, Primus is lucky because as of now, we have a steady job. We have that 3,000 hours. So we have steady job. So we can use those profits from that job to fund our trials and try to get into Netflix and iFlix and VU and all that kind of thing. Smaller production companies do not have the luxury. They don't, sometimes they have to put their entire savings in production to see whether they can make it work. So I think for me to quickly get to the answer is maybe the answer way forward is for us to all collaborate. Whether we are from established companies or small companies or new companies or companies that have always been producing for premier stuff, we collaborate because I think through collaboration that we can help each other in order to become the premier production houses that will look like that's the one that's going to survive. As you know, budgets have moved to the streaming. Okay, more budgets, production budgets have gone to streaming. And the scary thing is, if we don't keep up to date, then there will only be a small group of companies producing for this OTT. So the only way for us to compete with these small global companies was to collaborate. Through help from MPA, through help from FINAS, through help from the Sarawak government. If we can get all this together, then we can come up with really good stuff that we can then become a premium production company. So I think on my side, that's what I like to see happen. I don't mind just to be a one-off Netflix original film because I want always be a regular one. But I think what we would need, for us anyway, we would like to collaborate with companies that have these new ideas. And I would be honest, new ideas usually come from smaller companies, nimbler companies. They do not come from giant media behemoths like us. So we need to work together. We have the structure, we have the resources, we have the networking. We need ideas from the premier small production companies so we can work together and then become a regular production supplier for all these new technologies. So sorry, we got to the answer. Okay, no, I think, the musician bit, that was my previous life. I still am producing music, but I do it at night only and for my own benefit. Yeah, so it's not moonlighting if you work for yourself. Yeah. So I have some demos if anybody wants to give me some music. But because I write for myself, I don't care what the mass market wants. It's really weird stuff. You know, we're talking about trap meets hip-hop meets of digital money, advertising money around the world and also in Malaysia. So hence the pressure on the traditional broadcaster, be it Prima, be it Corp, MNC TV, and all the ABS, CBN, everybody's struggling, right? So because the money's gone to digital. So how do we then produce something for digital to survive? So 3,000 hours may be a good walk ride, but the margins are so small that I don't think you want to do it.
Hope that answers your question. Yeah, 3,000 to 4,000 hours sounds very big, but we spread it across 4 channels or 4 stations.
So, travel guest of honor, the Honorable Dato' Haji Abdul Karim Ramanamzah, Minister of Tourism, Arts, Culture, Youth and Sports, accompanied by Mr. Jeffrey Amir Osman, the Aiffa Executive Director, and Mr. Shariman Siddiq. We invite on stage Mr. Miss Deng Zida, the President of City Road Group Holdings Limited, and Mr. Liu Jiang Yang, the Vice General Manager of City Road Group Holdings Limited. We have been informed that this City Road Group Holdings Limited has a plan to have film in Sarawak, if I'm not mistaken. So they are here to do some recce work. So for that, on behalf of Sarawak, we would like to say to all our Chinese television, Ni hao ma? Alright, we will have the exchange document now witnessed by our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Dato' Haji Abdul Karim Ramanamzah. Congratulations to both sides. Okay, then you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Now OTT means over the top. It goes over the top of your device. It goes over the top of your set-top box. It's a new thing. For example, like Netflix and Tonton and Hulu and all that. And the way they deliver it for the consumers is as what? Which is subscription video on demand. Basically, you subscribe monthly, weekly, yearly, and then there's TVOD, that's transaction video on demand, which is pay-per-view. You one transaction, you pay. And then there's AVOD, advertising video on demand. Usually means that there's advertising that you don't have to really pay for subscription because then you have to watch all the advertising. Okay, and then there's also online social media. So you've got 3 ways of watching this, right? Of which industry has gone into social media, like Vice, like BuzzFeed, of course like YouTube and Dailymotion and Vimeo. Generally, industry VOD is advertising video on demand, right? And also there's also UGC. UGC means user-generated content, which, you know, there's a lot of videos out there of your cat riding a skateboard, of your dog running around chasing the neighbor. That's the one there's a lot of videos out there, as you know, right? And they also don't just go on YouTube, they go to all the WhatsApps and Instagrams and Facebook and stuff. And generally this is also advertising video on demand. Okay. So you've got something more traditional and you got something newer. Okay? And now most of us are still here on the left hand side. But everybody else is moving to the right. So what you've got is, if you see down there, is on the left is usually a concentrated mass in terms of demographics. Going to a dispersed long tail, meaning that you have the videos of cats on skateboards. I don't mean to try to talk about skateboards like that. I'm sure there are more than cats riding on skateboards. But just to give you the illustration, that there's not a lot of people watching cats on skateboards, but there could be a lot of videos on them on YouTube because they are part of the long tail, right? Now, these guys on the left can't do long tail. You can't put cats on skateboards on broadcast TV because we have to broadcast as many people as we can. So it has to be a general channel where you can be more specific on towards the right. Now, so the question then is the trends, right? The trends that we need to know. This is the trends. OTT streaming is increasing. As I said, it's moving to the right. As you can see, the OTT is the orange one, the streaming, there's SVOD, subscription video demand. SVOD is actually increasing, whereas pay TV is flattening out or even going lower. The reason why it's straight out there is because of China. China's pay TV is still holding on strong. But SVOD is coming out, that's Netflix, that's iFlix, that's Hulu, that's View for you, right? So the money is going there. And now, they've already more than doubled the consumer base. And the next one is the one that will get all of us excited as producers because these OTT guys are realizing that they need more and more local products to become bigger. That's why Netflix is going big into local productions, so is iFlix. So therefore, we need to be in a position to provide originals, right? And companies like Netflix and iFlix, they are used to be platform aggregators, so they've now become content makers, right? So now these people with a lot of money now say, let's make content as well. As well as people like HBO and Disney, which say that they also want to go to consumers because they can't bear to see Netflix making all this money. So Disney has moved all their content out of Netflix and decided to launch Disney Plus soon. And HBO Go has already gone direct to consumers. So we've got studios also going direct to consumers. What this means to all of us is actually bigger content budgets. There's bigger content budgets out there, but you need to produce something on that level that they like to see. Which also means, sad to say, for a company that I'm working for, free-to-air, pay TV linear is decreasing. Okay? Now in the US, more people now pay for streaming than they pay for linear pay TV. There are more people paying for streaming. In fact, the ad subscription revenues are declining, as I mentioned earlier. It's really, it's a pressure on what you call the traditional investors of content. They do not have as much money as last time. So what we have is a phenomenon here. I don't know what you can see. I didn't realize we lower the screen, but cord cutters. What are cord cutters? Cord cutters are people who used to have a subscription, they're cutting the cord. No more subscriptions because I can watch everything on YouTube or online. I'll make a new subscription with a smaller place. For example, just came out, there are 33 million US cord cutters in the US. 33 million cord cutters in the US as of last year, which is a 32.8% year-on-year percentage. Which is like, okay, that's big. People are cutting cords, right? And 36% of European households say they will totally drop linear TV in just 2 years' time. 36%. And these are people that are younger households. And then there's of course the cord shavers. These are the guys who say, I don't want a big subscription anymore, I want a smaller subscription. They shave their cord. So people call it skinny bundling, so you bundle just 5 channels together and you sell them. You don't have 200 channels anymore, that the business is going down. And then you have cord nevers. These are guys who don't even have a cord, like my kids. They don't really care for subscriptions, unless it's the new one, like Netflix, at Aiffa. So that's what they will go for. So for producers out there, I think it's time for us to manage our expectations. Where is the flow of monies and budget? The reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of producers come up to me and say, how come TV3 in Media Prima hasn't increased your budget? How come you're still paying the budget? And I said, well, look at this. Where's the money going to, right? So of course, if you want higher budgets, you got to find where the players are, the one that have the higher budget. Of course, with that come higher expectations. Now, predicting the future, as I've seen, social media platforms are now also making the big moves. Okay? For example, Facebook. Facebook is, you think that, okay, Facebook is not Netflix. But guess what? Facebook is exclusive broadcaster for the EPL in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos. It's like Facebook is a broadcaster, right? And they're also the exclusive free-to-air broadcaster for the Champions League in South America. And this is just their experiment. Can you imagine the experiment is on the Champions League? You know, and this makes me like, oh, I experiment on an Indian film. They experiment on the Champions League to see whether it works or not. And Amazon, which is, as you know, is an e-commerce company, they're live streaming EPL in the UK, in the hometown of EPL, they're live streaming it. And they're also already live streaming the US Open Tennis and the NFL, the National Football League, the American football, with something called an advertising and purchase behavior analytics. What it means is that if you are watching the US Open in the Amazon world, Prime Video, you actually click on something that they sell you to buy like a skateboard. And when you buy it, right, they will know exactly who you buy, who's buying the skateboard, where is the skateboard going, what is the demographic. Advertisers love that. Broadcast TV can't do that. There's no way we can do that, but these guys can. So I would dare to say that if last time free-to-air and pay TV had millions to spend, OTT has billions to spend, as you know, I think the social media will have trillions to spend. So the money is going to go there. So the smart ones will probably do good to actually go and talk to Facebook and Amazon right now, because they're going to be the next big players. So for us then, how do we make sense of all of this, right? Because for all we know, our content revenue sources will come from cinema, from public screenings to the big screen, right? Or in the small screen, right? We know that there are other things that we can sell. For example, okay, this I'm talking about rights, right? We can sell transactional rights, pay-per-view rights. We can sell something called EST, which is electronic sell-through, which is actually by right is transactional on mobile, right? So that's for something like iTunes and telco. So these are different rights. So you have a film. You don't just sell cinema. You can sell cinema. You can sell productions. You can sell DVD. You can sell EST. You can sell, of course, SVOD. Netflix. You can sell AVOD, right? You can sell pay TV linear back to Astro maybe. You can sell FTA linear back to TV3 in Malaysia. You can sell iVOD, but it's only in America. It's more of a rental thing. You can sell in-flight. You can also sell DVD, VCD if anybody wants to buy it, right? So these are different rights. So when you have a film that you have sitting with you, right? You have to know that you can carve out all these rights. You can sell all these rights separately and maximize your revenue. You don't just have, I'm going to give everything to somebody and let them deal with it. You have, because they even might not sell all the rights, right? And to make it even more complicated, these rights are even divided by the way it's delivered. They're delivered by satellite, mobile, terrestrial, IPTV, even by cable. So you can actually cover your rights. I'm selling SVOD on satellite for you. But for you, I'm selling SVOD on IPTV. For you, I'm selling SVOD on mobile. So you actually can take 9 things here and times it by 5. You have 45 different rights if you can count it up properly. Right? So stop thinking about, I can only sell to TV3 and the cinemas. The world is way bigger than this. But of course, the thing comes with how much can you sell. Now, if you are talking about exclusivity, your price goes higher. For example, I'll just give to you iFlix. iFlix, okay, I'll take it, but it's just for you exclusive, so therefore price goes up, right? Or if it's a current show or an older show, because current show fetches more money, older show is less money. And territories, I'll sell to you Mr. OTT, but only for Southeast Asia, then this is how much. But you want the whole world, this is how much, right? And then license period. You want it for a year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, for the perpetual life of the city because I don't care. Also care, right? Or if you want a revenue share, some players want to revenue share. So I'll take it, I can afford it, but you know what, why don't we go 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30? So all this is important. The other one is, do you have the technical specifications? This is very important. For us who have always been producing for local broadcasters, sometimes our technical specifications are not the same as what the Netflix and Apple and iTunes all want. They want a totally different set. For example, they want full frame sometimes. They want 4K at least, or even 8K, 16K, 64K. My wife wants a 64K diamond ring, by the way. They want everything. They have external QC. They take our stuff, and because we produce one for Netflix, they take our stuff and they send to their own QC. So sometimes our QC internally is totally different than their QC, and I think you will find this out as you do more of this business. So you realize that, wait a minute, they see more than what we've always seen. They want high specs. They want to make sure that everything's perfect. Even the subtitles need to be sent at them. Even our subtitles for Malay, they will say this is not the right subtitle. How do you know you're American? But they know, right? So the thing is, they have experts with them looking at this, making sure that we deliver the best that we can. So this means that we have to actually deliver the best that we can. So all this comes into your price, and finally, you have the materials, you have promo materials, do you have dubbing done, do you have your scripts done properly that matches the thing, you know, is it complete, you know, is the tech requirements is so high. I think we have a team here from Beach House, so yeah, Beach House does a lot of stuff for the regional clients, premier clients, so he would have a whole list of tech stuff that we have to adhere to in order to get to that level. Are you guys up for sale, Beach House? Okay, so where do you start? Okay, where do you start really depends on what you're producing. If you're making a big budget Hollywood type film, then you know where to go, right? If you're making a festival film, then it's a different route. If you're making animation, that's a different route. If you're making a cooking show, that's also a different route. It's not, you just have to take this as a blueprint and as a reference table actually, and go like, okay, I need to try this, I need to try this. Also means that you need to get out there and understand and meet all the people who are playing this game. So I give you, since we're all film producers here, I'll give you some case studies of our own. So sorry, this is going to be a slight advertising from Frameworks, but you know what, I got the mic so you can do anything. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about one of our animation that we've done, which is Agent Ali, which is done very, very well in Malaysia, and we've sold it to a lot of places. I'll just play you a little bit of the, well, can you have the volume, please? Okay, that's basically, as you can see, the quality of animation is pretty high for a Southeast Asian site, so we're pretty proud of it. If you can get the volume up. No? Is it because it's again? Lift this thing up. Is it 2 HD? This was in their warehouse in Kuala Lumpur. This is in the warehouse in Kuala Lumpur. So I want to show you how it's done. So basically, this is the woman who goes to look for her husband. Right? She actually goes to Hong Kong to find her husband. So this Hong Kong set is in a warehouse in Kuala Lumpur. So basically, you just do all this work on that. Make it look good. There's also a jetty in Malacca, but it's actually in Malacca in Kuala Lumpur as well. So yeah, so we kind of tricked everybody here. And then, let me see. Yeah, so this is the warehouse. Why are we showing trees? Because we are not. We are actually going to the ship, and this is the ship in the warehouse. So basically, the CGI company basically have done a lot of work to just kind of make it look like you're out in the open sea and deck and all that. So they put in the water. So it's really, really awesome. Yeah, so yeah, but of course, maybe with the Sarawak government, we could have a boat next time, a real one. So basically, with Pulang, that's been a great journey for us. So the journey has been, what we did was, again, we came up with novels because we thought that this would work. So we've actually done a best-selling novel first, and then we went to cinema. And for this, we straight away went to a global OTT, as you guys Netflix. So it was like very short. So this is what basically we did. Now I'd like to tease you with another movie that's coming out that we're doing, and it's coming out 29th of August. And it is going to be in the cinemas, and we have 4 great partners in this. It's a mixed martial arts movie. It's people fighting, but drama. It features 2 of Malaysia's hottest movie stars, half naked most of the time. So sorry about the sound, but you get the idea. So this is called Sangka. So that's going to be big for us. So we're really, really hopeful for that. As you notice, is MM2, Bravo Studios, Infinitus, and Astro Shaw. So it's a big first time that all these companies are collaborating together for this movie. So it's going to be a big one. Okay, so back to this. So where do you start? You know, you're going to go like this and go like, okay, okay, I'm going to try and sell those. But where do you start? As I said, it's networking. It's really networking. It's really going out to places like Aiffa, to everywhere that you can go where everybody's meeting with all the clients that you got to go there. And just to push a little bit of what we do as well, because we don't just make stuff, we actually go out and distribute stuff. So how we have helped, for example, is we already have a relationship. The sound thing? The video's over. It's so sad. This would be better with the sound. Okay, relationship ecosystem. We have relationship, of course, with the cinemas on all the platforms that we talked about. We have existing clients, stakeholders, and brands. We have relationship with them as well. We also have strategy because we've done it, and we've done it where we fail, and we learn from that, and we've done it where we're successful, and we learn from that as well. So we have a windowing strategy, like, okay, for this kind of product, you go here first, you go here first, and that kind of stuff. And because we're part of a big media group, we can support through having all our platforms and publicity to help. And I think most importantly, we have a dedicated team that goes out and push this stuff. So we have everybody, the team that actually goes out around the world and kind of just keeps going to clients and finding out what works. And I think they're here. Lynn is there, Lynn's head of this team. And Reem is his staff. So Lynn, if you can get up, because after this, right, everybody's going to come for you and say, can you help me with my film? She's a person, I just sit up here and just talk, but she does all the work. That's not possible. So for example, we've worked with some stuff that is not ours, like Saladin, and also the movie called Rocket Sampai Langit. Saladin, for example, is owned by Amtech. Amtech is Malaysia's agency, digital economy agency. It's a 9-year-old production. However, under Lynn's team, we have successfully sold it recently to Ali Buddha, Muslim Kids TV, Global. My Film is a UK-based channel. Indonesia, Bangladesh, and for Rocket Sampai Langit, even though we've sold it to TM, so Singapore, a lot of people has taken it. So this is just examples of things that we could do. If, for example, if you have an issue with, or you have questions about your content, you're not sure what to do with it, I think Lynn and Dave can help you figure that out. Just to kind of show you where all her traveling expenses have been around the world. You know, even I haven't gone to all these countries. But yeah, so most of the clients are what we work with regularly. For example, Nippon TV, Nickelodeon, Viacom, AFC, MNC, Netflix, Sinclair Broadcast Group from America, Animuda, Disney, Sinclair, of course, iFlix and View, all that. So these are some of the places that we could go to, and just to illustrate to you, it is bigger than just, because the reason I'm saying this from a Malaysian context is bigger than just TV ticket and cinema. It's way, way bigger than that. Okay. Thank you.
Well, we are going to open floor for any question Q&A session. If any of you have any questions, you can, this is your chance to drill.
Released by Screen Gems, which is a major studio, and now it's on Netflix. So you don't need a lot now, but what you do still need is the right material. And this digital technology has resulted in the democratization of content creation and the distribution business. It has caused a revolution in a way that we create and consume. And because now anyone can do it, the bad news is that the competition to get recognized has been harder than ever. So we have to be smarter about our approach. So how do we do that? Well, I hope that in this session, we'll be able to hold a discussion between myself, BLT, which I'd like to also bring back onto the stage, and as well as Trevor, the award-winning cinematographer from Los Angeles, back on the stage. And from us, we've come from very different backgrounds and perspectives on how to create content successfully now. And what I'd like to do is get and share a broader overview of how, you know, we can judge and see where we can help you make this applicable for your career and for your projects. And very quickly, we'd like to go directly, because we're here for you. I mean, that's why we're invited. We want to be able to provide you guidance and information to help you be successful, or answer any questions that you might have that you're curious about. So we're going to go straight into an answer question session. So think about what you want to answer, what you want answers to, and we'll get started.
So we're going to do this kind of like, if anyone has seen these YouTube series called Inside the Actor's Studio, it's essentially going to be a moderated Q&A that I'm going to ask a list of pre-answered questions, or pre-written questions. And I'd like for all of you, as we're talking, to formulate and think about any questions you guys might have as well. So, first question I have is, given the prominence of digital distribution over traditional mediums, like theater and DVD, like we all heard about today, what kind of content is more applicable to a digital world?